Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to be talking about the period of a sinusoidal function from an equation. So in the last video I did periods from a graph. In this equation I'm doing periods from a function. So for this we're going to actually be looking at the number that's being multiplied to the x. So first of all, the period of a normal sinusoidal function, if I just have sine of x. Sorry that I did not end up in the right place. Anyway, if I just have sine of x, that has a period of 2 pi. That's the normal period of a sine function, which makes sense because that's one time around the unit circle is 2 pi. So that's one period of a sine function. Anyway, so to get the period of this function, I'm going to take 2 pi and I'm going to divide it by whatever is in front of x. So I'm going to divide this by pi over 8. But because we don't like compound fractions, we can instead multiply by the reciprocal. Multiply by the reciprocal. So if you have a fraction here, you can just multiply by the reciprocal, because again, we don't like compound fractions. Those aren't fun. So the pi's cancel and we get 16 as our period. So that's really all there is to it. So basically what it is we know what the initial one would be, and then if we're multiplying whatever we're multiplying x by, we need to divide 2 pi by that number. So you can think about it as, what would I have to, the sort of the rationale here is, okay, what would I have to multiply this by to get 2 pi? Well, that's my period. So in other words, if x were 16, then what I would have inside this cosine function is 2 pi, which would put me at the end of my first period. So 16 is the period. Because if I put in 16 here, I have cosine equals 2 pi. Cosine of 2 pi, which puts me at the end of my first period. Hopefully that makes some amount of sense. So this would be the exact same thing. I'm just looking at what's in front of the x. I can ignore this for now. This is actually a right to, will help us figure out the right to left shift. But we're not doing that right now. We're just looking for the period. So I'm just looking at what's in front here. So I would do 2 pi divided by 5 pi. So whoopsies, I forgot that my pen wasn't clicked. 2 pi divided by 5 pi is just 2/5. And it says give an exact value. So I'm going to leave it as 2/5. And I suppose 0.4 is exact as well, so that would be fine. But I would leave it as a fraction just to be safe. And that would be my answer. So I'm just taking whatever this is and dividing 2 pi by that number. All right, let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you in the next video.